Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy. Um, yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy BBL Boxing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Just can't see nobody.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't see
okay,
that.
okay. I see what's going on. Okay, I see what's going on. What's going on? It's your boy BBL Boxing. You know, they call me the Kappa Regina Boxing, man, or the boxing expert himself. I'm in the house with my man Puerto Rican Free, aka the Master Debater, the Puerto Rican Prince. And we definitely got my man Curly Top in the house. And don't forget, man, we got the Master of Ceremonies himself, man. My guy, man. Crush the Legend, aka Juicy J. What's going on, man? How your brothers feeling?
What up, yo? What's going on?
And
What's poppin',
look,
guys?
All is
and
well, man. I can't complain, man. Salute to my man Piro, and salute to Puerto Rican Tommy always pulling up, man.
I
Yo,
don't know what happened.
what's up, Tom? What's going on? What's poppin'?
Okay, I see what happened. I see where I put the thing. I put it in the wrong place. That's what it is. But it's the end of the year, man. We made it through a whole another year, man. So what do you guys think? What was your most memorable thing about this past year that just passed, guys?
Mm.
Uh,
Uh, I mean, it's so many things. I mean,
yeah.
can't- you can't really put your finger on one thing that was so memorable. Um, the one thing that I can say that was more memorable for me this past year is my daggone team finally got a quarterback, and this rookie is a hot sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all waited a long time, man. Me being a Browns fan, I know it felt good to finally have a quarterback, man.
I ain't no daggone Giants fan. I'm a Redskin
Listening,
fan.
man, something wrong with Freeze is. I said, me being a Browns fan, I know the feeling.
I ain't no daggone Browns fan. I'm a Redskin fan.
All right, man. You gotta remember, Free went to DC schools, man. Pray for him, man.
What
Pray
that
for
mean?
him.
That's crazy.
But I'll say this though, it's been a good year. I think for me, the most memorable thing is I never realized how important um Al Heyman is to boxing because him only putting on 2 fights this year. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I think you're gonna start hearing more of the demise of PBC. What do you guys think?
I think it's because ain't Al not his health ain't right to be in the game. I think it's more so that than he just crumbling and I
Yeah,
think
we haven't heard nothing from him. That's why I said that we haven't heard much from him.
never.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I'll say this though, I'm excited because we have to see Kid Austin, the guy who was blessed our show. We're gonna see him go in there and hopefully stop Shakur Stevenson on winning a close decision. Either one, I'll take it. But how do you guys see that fight going?
Uh,
Uh, I'll let you go ahead, Crush. I'll let you go ahead.
eh, well, the way I see it going right now, I see Shakur winning the fight. Far as how the action's gonna go,
Hmm.
I'm not too sure right now. So I won't know that until fight night. So right now, Shakur winning by probably by close UD. And that's all I got. I'm not gonna predict the action because we're not gonna know until fight night when these two dudes get in the ring.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Crush. Um, it depends on what version of Shakur are we going to get. Are we going to get the defensive version of Shakur, or are we going to get the Shakur that fought Jameer Herring and Oscar Valdez and Artem? If we get that Shakur, then it's going to be an action-packed fight. So it all depends on what version of Shakur we get. I think Kid Austin is going to try to push Shakur, but I just don't think he's ready for that level of competition yet. So I got Shakur winning by UD as well.
So when
Yeah,
y'all
that's
say he's
tough.
not ready, what does he got to do? That's my question.
I don't know if he's not ready. Only time will tell. We got to see him get in there and rumble. But
Well,
I'm kind of agree with Free and Crush. You know, I like both the brothers. I rock with both of them, and may the best man win. But right now, I'm just gonna go with Shakur, and I don't want to call it a UD, or I just got Shakur winning the fight.
Yeah.
Now, when
So
But
I
Kid
say
Austin, he can
when I say
definitely win though.
yeah,
Go ahead.
when I say I don't know if Kid Austin is ready yet, it's because he never main event a card. He never fought this level of competition yet. So that's why I said I don't know if he's ready for this level. Because I mean, we never know until they get in there and prove it. But that's why I said I don't know if he's ready yet. But one thing I do know is he never been a main event, or he never been one of those. He never been in a fight where it was so much on the line. Because right now he's fighting for a belt, which he's never done before in his career. And even though this is not a main event, it's still going to be all eyes on him and Shakur because of the whole fact that Shakur is one of the top guys at 135.
yeah, I think when you see this fight overall, I think it's got a chance to shock a lot of us, man, because I heard Kid Austin's father say out his own mouth, man, his son wants to be the greatest to ever do it. And the only way to do that is to do the kind of things that you see him doing as far as taking on tough fight, tough challenges. And I just think, if given half a chance, man, I think Kid Austin might shock a lot of us, man, because you know what? It only takes the courage and determination to be great. And I think he got all those things. But that being said, we're gonna start going through some awards, man. Who do you guys think is the fighter of the year?
You talking
uh,
about the fight of the year or fighter?
Fighter of the year.
Go ahead,
Who do you think?
Crush.
Usyk,
Okay. That's a good pick. Why
Uh,
you say Usyk?
because I feel like it.
You
um,
a goofball.
I would have to agree with Usyk as the male fighter of the year.
Yeah.
He did something that hasn't been done in the heavyweight division since Lennox Lewis almost 30 years ago. Which was, I mean, I said, yeah, no, it wasn't 30 years ago.
20. About
It was like
20.
20, yeah, about 20,
Oh,
25 years
4,
ago,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and become undisputed champion, and he came from cruiserweight to be able to do it. None of the heavyweights was able to unify the belts. They become undisputed champion, and he was the one to do it. So I give him male fighter of the year.
Yeah, I got Usyk as well. He just did, he just been like the UK, just tearing them up left and right. You know what I mean? He's he's undisputed. They stripped him of a belt, but that's some BS. But I don't gotta really get into all of that. Usyk is my male fighter of the year, hands down.
For me, I would say my male fighter of the year would definitely have to go to Bud Crawford. To go up to another division, going up to 154 pounds. We hadn't seen that since Sugar Ray Leonard. So he joined Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. Is going, I think it was his fifth division. So I just got to give him nothing but praise for being able to do something like that, because this is a guy who started off at 135 and made his way up all the way to 154. And they're talking about possibly having a fight against the greatest fighter currently active, and Canelo Alvarez. So I just got to give Bud Crawford his flowers for another great year, man, and appreciate him always daring to be great. So my male fighter here definitely has to be Terrence Crawford. But he said I got a tie between Bam and Zerto. I really can't give Bam that because I feel like Bam has no business at that weight class. Maybe I'm wrong, but when he's hydrating all the way up to 145, 150, he has no business at 118. So I'm looking at him kind of as a weight bully. What do you guys say about that?
Well,
That's
that
what
would
you
be a lot of guys. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
D3.
that's your opinion of looking at him as a weight bully. But
Hmm.
hey, as the saying goes, as long as he makes the weight, he can fight at that weight class. So
For sure.
it's him that got to drain his body down to make that weight. So he's the one that's damaging his body. So if he can make 115, so be it. I mean, I'm quite sure if some other guys that can make 115 and thought it was an easier way to become undisputed, they will go down to 115 as well.
Salute to my man Scholar in the house. I think the hard thing about it is I think the hard thing about it is for me, I don't know how you can give the title of fighter of the year to anybody else but a guy who just made it his fifth weight class and became champion. I mean, what more can we say? I mean, the guy is absolutely spectacular. Um, I like to say he reminds me of a modern day Henry Armstrong, and I want to give Blood Crawford his flowers. He's the second greatest fighter in the world behind Canelo Alvarez, and I would give Usyk number 3. But you got to give him his credit, man. But that being said, what would you
Ain't
guys say?
got to do nothing.
You said what?
Yeah,
Ain't got to
ain't
do nothing.
Hey, here you go, man. You being wild, man. All wild free
Nah,
back in full effect. Go ahead.
he get his credit. I'm just not giving. I'm not
This
giving
is
him
a sick Negro.
for over a man that beat one of the biggest man in heavyweight. He beat the biggest man. He was the underdog. I
Mhm.
got to give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why you would say that, but Bud Crawford beat the sleeves off of Errol Spence, who was a very sturdy champion, unified.
That was
And
last
then
year.
he went no listen, and then steps right up and fights a monster in Majimov, who was WA champion and beat it and really beat him in a very close fight. So it was great. And then you got to see Terrence Crawford really show you another layer of his skill where he didn't just knock a guy out. He really went in there and put on a show with his body work and his counter punching and beat a really rough and tough guy. So I
I
would
mean, if
say
you
for
want to
me, go ahead.
if you want to say all that, then we could go back and look at Usyk beating AJ twice, taking his unified championship, and then going in and beating Daniel Dubois, and then going in and beating Tyson Fury twice to become undisputed champion.
I could respect that. I could respect that. But so what would you guys say is your fight of the year?
The fight
My
of the
fight.
Fighter
year,
of the year.
Oh,
Yes.
the fight of the year, I would give it to Bud Crawford and Magnaball. That was
mm.
the fight of the year for me because, like I said before, going into that 11th round, I had it 5-5. It took Bud Crawford to pull out those last 2 rounds in order to win the fight in my book.
I got Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I thought that was a fight of the year. They was rumbling, dog.
That was a great fight. Absolutely. That was a great fight.
But that's what I came up with my list. I picked Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano.
So who
Yeah,
do you have, Press?
mine was Bacoli and Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. You talking about a beatdown? That was your favorite fight. The brother from Ohio getting beat to death. um, I can
Not a
respect that.
geographical thing with you,
But
brother.
my favorite I would say my fight of the year has to be hands down Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga. Um Edgar Berlanga came in there
Now what
game,
the hell?
ready to fight, and Canelo did it again, went and beat another rough and tough guy at 168 pounds. So I just definitely got to give, Canelo his credit for beating a monster in Edward Berlinga. So I would have to give Canelo. That's my fight of the year.
Mm,
So what do you guys think?
crazy.
So we said Katie Taylor
I got Katie
versus
Taylor, Amanda
versus
Serrano.
Amanda Serrano.
Yeah.
Crush got Bacoli, Martin Bacoli versus Jared Anderson. Who did you have free?
Bud
You said
and
Madrimov. You said
Magnavoff.
Madrimov versus Bud, and I had Canelo versus Berlanga. So I mean, those are four great choices. I mean, but I would only say the fact that Canelo is still an undisputed champion at 168 pounds, and to go on there and beat a monster like Edward Berlanga
Yeah,
was just
he
amazing.
wasn't undisputed when he fought Edgar Berlanga.
Oh, they
What
had
are you
already
talking
shipped
about?
for the IBF. Okay, they
Yeah,
probably already shipped him.
he lost his IBF.
Okay. I thought he was still undisputed at that time. But
Oh,
either way it goes, man,
Maybe
I just thought that was a great performance because Canelo had dropped Berlanga. Berlanga really came in there ready to fight. And we seen Berlanga actually get better in that fight. So my next one would be, what would you say is your robbery of the year?
Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, fight
Yep.
two.
Yep.
What about you,
same
Crush?
here.
That's
I
exactly
Same
would
what
here.
I
agree
had.
with that. That definitely was the robbery of the year.
That was horrible.
That definitely was the robbery of the year. He said people don't get the value. Um, I hadn't lost in 6 years, ruled the division in the span and never been hurt. Bam, knocked the dude out. It's equivalent to Canelo getting knocked out. That's a good point. I'll give you that. That's a good one. That was a really good fight. I forgot how good that dude was that Bam stopped.
Yeah.
Um, so who would you guys say is the biggest disappointment of 2024
And it's
Biggest
boxing.
disappointment.
as far as boxing?
Mm.
Biggest disappointment.
Oh, I got it. Ryan Garcia popping dirty for PEDs.
Yeah. That's pretty
He
bad.
could have pulled out the upset of the year, but he popped dirty on PEDs.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
Virgil versus Check. That was a good fight. Yeah, Ryan Garcia, that was a shock for him to, after putting on a beautiful performance, man, against, the American Dream, to have it all kind of squandered away with a dirty test. So what would you say, Crush and Prize?
Um, for
I,
me, that would be the one because, and the reason why it's disappointing to me because he didn't need to do what he did in order to beat the dude the fuck up. Excuse my language. He had to get
For
that
sure.
bomb, man. That's the biggest disappointment to me. And if any fighter that step in the ring, because I feel as though they don't have to do that. So when you shortcutting yourself in some sort of way, it can be a disappointment, especially when I don't think you need it. You know what I mean? But none of these guys need it. They just need to get the hell to work. Discipline. Damn.
Happy New Year to my brother Bentley, always showing love.
yeah, I would say the same thing. Ryan Garcia is the biggest disappointment this year.
I would say for me, the biggest disappointment this year has to be Boots Ennis. Another abysmal performance against Karen. Didn't look his best. Took a lot of punches. I just really thought, he just looked horrible. And I'm just hoping that, maybe he can get back, get some rest, get back in the lab, and we see a better Boots Ennis, because I thought Boots Ennis looked like dog crap against Karen. But my man Pearl beat me to it. What would you say the robbery of the year is? What was the robbery of the year for you guys?
We already said it. We said
We
Amanda
did. We
We
did
Serrano.
already
that
said
one.
that.
Oh,
Katie.
okay, my bad.
What you
So,
doing,
excuse
buddy?
me.
You can ripple?
I'll ask you guys this: who is you guys' promoter of the year? For me, it's going to be Turkey Sandwich, and Eddie Hearn as a combo. Who would you guys say was your the best promoter of the year?
I'm gonna go with Turkey.
Okay.
I don't look at him as like a promoter really, but I guess so.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
yeah.
roll with Turkey.
If Turkey was a promoter, it would have been him. But being though he's not a promoter,
Uh huh.
it's nobody. Nobody was the best promoter this
Nobody.
year.
That's what I
I,
had.
I
Ain't
ain't I
Nobody.
nobody.
ain't mad at that, D Free. I am not mad at that.
Ain't nobody do anything. They
Zach B,
Yeah.
all
salute my brother.
just they all just pretty much threw stuff together at the last minute. Matter of fact, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, a lot of these fighters made these promoters have to make certain fights. So
Hmm.
I don't give that award to none of them because none of them really
Yeah.
did anything
None
this
of them
year.
is deserving of it.
And
None of them.
that's fair. And that's fair. I'll say this before we get started. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Raycon. Go to rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com. Um, I just got our QR code. It won't be live until Monday, but it's going to be BVO 45. I thought it would be live for Wednesday, but from what I was told this morning, it won't be ready until Monday. But the cool thing is, we are officially going to have a 25% QR code. You just type it in, and that's at rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com. And I want to send a big shout out to everybody that sponsors the channel. And what we try to do each show, we try to get 3 appreciations. Doesn't matter the number. We just trying to grow the channel. So whatever you guys want to do, it doesn't matter the number, but we're just looking to get 3 appreciations a show. But back to the prize in hand. Who would you say was the most improved fighter of the year for you guys? I'm gonna go with David Benavidez. What would you guys say?
I'm gonna say Daniel Dubois.
Okay, that's a great one.
I got Dubois too. I got him winning actually a couple of awards that I gave Dubois.
That's a great
All
one.
right.
Go ahead.
That was my second. I was having a tough time with that, Crush. I was torn between El Rayo and Daniel, so I went with Daniel. But El Rayo's right there.
Because I didn't want everything to be the same across the board. So
Right.
I was between El Rayo and Daniel Dubois, so I took El Rayo.
I got some things that'll shake some stuff up when we get to some certain awards. I got some things that's gonna shake it up.
So I'll ask you guys this: who was the
Wait, did
this the
Free
new?
go?
Yeah, free you went, didn't you?
Yeah, I said Daniel Dubois.
Yeah,
Okay,
he said
right.
Daniel. Yeah, he said
All right, go
Daniel.
ahead. Go ahead.
So who would you say? We just did most improved. We did most disappointment.
Mhm.
Who would you say was the most active fighter this year? Who do you think was the most active? Who would you guys give for most active?
Most active.
Yes, for me, I'm going to go with Abdullah Mason for being the most active fighter of the year. I want to give him an award for that because he's not really a prospect anymore. That was last year.
Well, I got him as a prospect still, so
Yeah, but whenever they get into the top 15, I kind of take him out of prospect. He's actually
cool.
number 14 in the WBC, number 13 in the WBA, and he is number 10 in the IBF. So I kind of don't. I look at him now as a contender. That's a contender. Yeah,
that's
he's
cool. I still got him as like a prospect, but you can.
Yeah.
I ain't mad if you feel like he's not. That's cool.
Yeah, I would give it to Abdullah Mason too. I think he had like 5 fights this year.
Yeah, he had 5. Yep.
Yeah, I
He
would give
did.
him most active as well because I don't think nobody had more than 5 fights.
No,
so
it would have been Kamel Moulton, but I guess he ate his way out that last fight.
Yeah, so I give it to Abdullah Mason.
Yeah,
So what did you have, Crush?
I have it. Abdullah Mason.
Oh, okay. So this is one of my favorite ones. Who do you guys think is the trainer of the year? Who do you guys think is the best trainer in boxing? For me, I have to say Bomac for what I've seen, the improvements with Keyshawn Davis. I think Bomac, he has a number of fighters, and every last one of them seem to be getting better. So, including his main fighter, Bud Crawford. So, I would say for me, trainer of the year is going to be Bomac, aka Chilo's bag.
I was going to say that, but I knew one of y'all was going to say it, so I went with a different route, and I'm gonna go with Usyk trainer Sergio. I'm gonna say he was the trainer of the year for me.
Yeah, I could see that. Sergio, he had a great year.
I'm gonna run with Don Charles. I like what he's done with Dubois. I like how Dubois is my comeback fighter of the year. So I felt like that coach got him on a different level right now, and I want to see the rematch with him and Usyk. I want to see it.
For myself, I didn't really think too much on it, but 2 guys come to mind. One is Bomac and the other one is Robert Garcia for me.
Absolutely. So, that's a good one. Robert was great.
I knew somebody else was going to say that too. That's exactly the reason why I went with Sergio. I knew somebody else was going to say that too.
Robert had, you know what?
What's think that Robert one had his best year. That Rudy guy,
I think Robert had his best year since he was training his little brother Mikey Garcia. I think what you seen him do with Virgil Ortiz, And what he did with El Rayo, you gotta really give him his credit. I just feel like the guys under Bomac took a huge step forward. That's my only thing. Um, so we also got one of my favorite ones, man. Who would you guys say is your prospect of the year? This is kind of tough because it's not many. It wasn't a ton of prospects. I'm going to say Emiliano Vargas only because he is number 16 because he just went to 140, so he's not in the top 15 like it was at 130. So for me, I definitely got to go with Emiliano Vargas, prospect of the year. Who would you guys say?
I still got Abdullah, but it's cool if y'all don't want to call him a prospect, but that's who I picked. I feel like he's still got a little ways to go. He's still young. I still think he's in that prospect entering the contender uh, part of his career. But if y'all want to call him contender now, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because he did almost get stopped. That's a good point. He did
I mean,
almost get stopped.
we not calling that, but by the rankings, he's a contender, bro. You
That's
can't be
cool.
in the top 15 in the top 10 and you're a prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still feel like he's a prospect. I feel like that's fine though. He's top. I mean, he's barely in the top 15, but that's cool. But
Brother, you
everybody
know how
Barely.
many
knows.
people fight? That's huge, dog, to be in the top 15. That's
Yeah,
pretty
no
big,
doubt,
man.
no doubt.
But what you got on the
Uh,
free and crush? What you got on that prospect of the year?
I got a different one for y'all asses.
I got a good one too.
I got a Puerto Rican for y'all.
I got
Who
a
is it?
Puerto Rican. I got a Puerto Rican as well.
Fender
I
Bennett,
got
salute,
Keith
my brother.
Cologne. I got Keith Cologne.
I got Keith
Oh
Cologne as
yeah, that's a
well.
good one.
I
I
was
like the
gonna
Puerto
I was
Rican
gonna
kid.
say Keith. I had Keith Cologne. I written it down, and the reason why I gave him prospect of the year, this man became a pro this year. Had 3 fights, 3
Yeah.
knockouts. None of them fights made it past the second round. And this man is a full-time student at Rutgers University. He still go to school and got a GPA of a 3.2, and he still, as a pro, is out here putting on great performance. So I gave him prospect of the year.
I
Yeah.
forgot about him.
Yeah.
I forgot
What's
all about
next?
that, man.
Oh, you forgot about your prize?
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about him.
I had a feeling Crush was gonna have the same person I had. I was like, he said I got a good one. I was like, I got one too. Puerto Rican. He a Puerto Rican too. I had a feeling Crush was gonna have the same one I had.
Hey, great minds think alike, D Free. If I'm having the same thoughts as the master debater, I know boxing, goddamn it. That's all I
That
know.
that man that man
Salute to my man
became a
Fender
pro.
Bender.
That
Go
man
ahead.
became a pro this year. That man had 3 fights, 3 knockouts. Neither one of them made it past the second round. And he's a full-time student at Rutgers University. And he has a GPA of a 3.2. That man prospect of the year. Ain't
And
no
he
more to
look
say
good
to it.
doing it. And he look good doing it too. God damn, he look good doing it
Yeah, he
too.
did.
Woo.
He
Yeah.
definitely good. Salute to Keith because going to school, most fighters, and we have fighters on here, we usually say F them books. So shout out to Keith Cologne for going to school, man. Definitely shout out my
And
man Fender Bender for coming through. Go
not
ahead.
not to mention, he also got the letter of recommendation that he is nominated for prospect of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
he
He did have the WBA send him a letter. That's definitely true. Salute
yeah,
to my man Tommy
he's
for
been
promoting that.
recognized as prospect of the year for the WBA.
Hmm.
So he's holding up to this bargain.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about prospect of the year, is so many good young fighters. But I gotta ask you guys, who was your sleeper fighter of the year? For me, my sleeper fighter of the year was a guy named Michael Hunter. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Michael Hunter. He was the one that actually beat Bacoli to death. So I would say Michael Hunter to me. Salute to my brother, Real Prison Talk with Tommy. Um, I would say Michael Hunter was my sleeper of the year. Who was you guys' sleeper fighter of the year?
My sleeper of the year um is going to be the dude that beat the brakes off of Tim Zoo. What's his name?
Bakram.
Yeah.
Bakram.
Bakram.
Big
Yeah,
scary dude. Big scary Russian dude.
he's my sleeper of the year because before this, everybody was thinking Tim Zoo was just going to walk through him. Now, people like, man, I don't know who want to get in there with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You right though, because when I was telling everybody I thought Bachman was gonna stop Tim Zoo, everybody was talking about nah, BVO, you don't know what you're talking about. But I seen Jamel Charlo duck him, so I know he can fight. Man.
Well,
That
you
boy,
went the other way where you thought Tim Zoo was gonna stop Bachman. You said it
no,
back.
no. I was if you was on that live podcast, I said Bachman was gonna stop Tim Zoo because I had watched Bachman a few times, and the way Jamel did all that maneuvering trying to get away from him. I said, "Oh, okay, he's the truth, man." Because he's almost like 154 pound Beterbiev. Because I mean, he just in there really knocking he knocking your hair off, man. He not nobody to play with. I mean, he beating people to death. He said, "What you lying about now, PPO? You sound crazy, man." Look to my man, body work pulling through. Um, I'll say this though. So who was your sleeper? Prize and D
Mine,
free?
no, mine
No,
was
mine. Go
uh
ahead.
mine was Madrimal.
Okay, Madrimov.
That's
That's
what I was
definitely
gonna
a good
say.
one.
I was gonna say Magic Mike. I never heard of him. And I'm definitely want to see him again after the performances he put on. So I had Magic Muff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had Bachram. That dude definitely had me like, I gotta see him again.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Salute to my brother, Define Irony One. Um, hold on 1 second. Pull up. You can pull up Puerto Rican Tommy. But let me ask you guys this. Who would you guys say? What was your upset of the year?
Upset of the year,
Upset.
McGee getting sleep
Miami.
by the Frenchman.
Miami.
I'm mad. I'm mad.
McGee getting
I
slept
got a
by the
different one for you guys. My biggest upset of the year, definitely was Tyson Fury losing to Alexander Usyk. That was just a
That's not
shock.
it.
I didn't
That's
see
not
that
an upset.
happening. That was my biggest upset of the year. I didn't see it, and I thought they robbed Fury that first fight because I thought he did everything he could to win, and they robbed him.
But if you'd have listened to me, you knew it wasn't an upset because I told you what was going to happen.
Yeah,
Hey, what
we all
my man said, I told you.
now
If
that's
you
gonna
listen
be
to
an
me,
upset.
you would have
What my
known what
man
Got
was
said on
going
the
to happen.
clips. Oh, you think I listen to you? I don't listen to you. He said I wouldn't mind a rematch versus Madrimov. That'll never happen because Madrimov gave Bud everything he could handle. So let me ask you guys this, and this is a new category. I want to ask you guys who did the most complaining in boxing this year? Which boxer, which team you felt like complained the most?
Come on, that's too easy. I'm not going to even answer because we talked about it since the situation.
You forget. Hold up. You left out female fighter of the
No,
year.
I'm not done. I'm not done yet, Free.
Oh,
I'm going
okay,
down my
okay.
list. Yeah,
He
I'm going
left
down
a
my list.
lot of them
What,
out.
No, I'm
what was the
going down the
question that you
list.
asked? What was the question you asked?
I said, who would you say, which fighter did the most crying and complaining this year? Shoot to my man
Oh,
Josh. Go ahead.
you already know who did the most crying and complaining this year.
Yeah, we ain't
What?
gotta do that. We already.
He said, hands down, Devin Haney.
Yeah, I mean, everybody know. We ain't gotta say it. Everybody know.
Go to the next one, man.
I would
Go
say
to the next
Shakur, but I can go with Devin Haney.
one.
Well, I ask you guys this:
I
who would you
think
guys
I
have
think
as?
Teofimo's got to be up there as most crying this year too.
You could
Mhm.
definitely put him
I
up
mean,
there. He
maybe
did a
not
lot of
crying, but
belly aching.
complaining.
But
He
yeah, I'm
did
about to
Yeah,
say complaining though, T.
Complaining a
he
lot.
did a
And
lot
he
of belly aching. He
played the race
definitely
card
did.
to get to he played the race card too to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Saying
Um.
Teofimo complained a lot. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Speaking of the race car, I want to say this, man. Shout out to the teacher KRS-One for clarifying something I didn't know. I did not know that the Puerto Ricans helped build hip hop. So once I found out from the teacher himself, hold on one second. Hold on one
You
second.
gonna
Hold on
open
one
up a
second. Hold on one
can of
second, Crush.
worms. You
I
gonna
gotta
open
say
up a
this. I
can
gotta
of
say this.
worms.
No, I gotta say this.
No,
Shout out to KRS-One for setting the record straight, and shout out to MC Shan for agreeing with him. So I'm gonna go with MC Shan, and I'm gonna go with KRS-One, the guys who invented this thing. So who's my man Jay
they didn't
Gibson?
invent nothing. They
Go
didn't
ahead.
invent anything, and it's not true.
Yeah, well, I would say
It
that's
is true. And
It
know
is
what?
true.
you can't.
Cool Herc
And
said
let me
the
tell you
same
something.
thing.
It's
Wait,
not.
wait, wait,
It's not
wait,
the
wait.
Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico. It's the New York Ricans, because the New York Ricans were part of that movement as well. I'm not saying they were making the music, but they were there in support of it from the very beginning. And they were in the same parties, the same street parties, the same parks, the same projects. The Puerto Ricans in the Bronx were definitely part of the movement. Now, I'm not saying you can't say a Puerto Rican from Puerto Rico, but I'm saying the New York Ricans, the Bronx Ricans were definitely part of hip hop in the beginning. And that's what
Listen,
KRS is referring to.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is go back and look
listen,
at. If you go back and look at Beach Street and those break dancers, there was a lot of Puerto Ricans in those daggone those dance groups. There's a lot of them.
listen. Let me clear this up for all of y'all up here. All right, y'all some bad motherfuckers, but hip hop, I got all you motherfuckers. Respectful.
Hey.
The thing is this, right? This was the whole argument.
Mhm.
A movement and creating is two different things. So where the confusion came through and where the clarification came up at, the creating part, no, far as hip hop, but far as the elements of hip hop, graffiti, breakdancing, those things, they did help create a couple elements, but far as when hip hop started, the overall creation, no. But creating graffiti and breakdancing, motherfucking yes. There's your clarification.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, but they were also at the parties and they
we
helped
done
promote
with
it.
that Thomas shit.
I
Thomas,
They
know,
helped
we
but
promote the music as well.
I
hey,
told you you
Thomas,
were gonna open up a can of
I
we
worms.
listen,
wait,
listen. We
as
agree.
far as
We're gonna
who
come back.
created
We're gonna
it,
put a pin in that. We're gonna get our awards done. Then we're gonna come back to that because that's a good. That's
BBO
a good.
always
about
gotta
who
throw some
created it.
extra stuff on the live. You always gotta throw some extra stuff on.
But I'm gonna ask you guys this: who was your female fighter of the year? For me, is hands down Larissa Shields, becoming
Man, you
heavyweight
For me,
crazy.
champion.
Gabby
Nigga, you
Fundora.
crazy.
That's who I picked
Yes,
too, BBL.
Gabrielle Frendora. She became
Yes.
undisputed.
Mhm.
Yeah, she did.
That young girl was out there putting people to sleep.
Yes,
And
you are.
Clarissa Shields became heavyweight champion.
That's a
Yeah,
huge deal to me.
one belt compared to 5 belts. I give it to the
She
5
didn't
belt.
been there and been undisputed multiple at the
Okay,
simultaneously.
I'm not. We talking about this year, not past
Right
years.
this
We
year,
talking
and
about this year.
she's been there and done that. So she's jumped up from
So
to
she got one
heavyweight.
belt this year. Yeah,
She
she got one
knocked
belt
out.
this year.
She's the heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, yeah, she got one belt, and Gabrielle Frendora got 5 this year. She got 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
So it's all off the accolades. I thought you didn't.
Well,
it
you thought
changes
what?
daily.
You thought what? You thought what?
And
You thought what?
heavyweight is not the unglamorous division of women boxing.
It's
Go,
not. But
go.
for the fact that she went all the way to heavyweight is impressive to me. But if y'all, I like Fondora. I think she had a hell of a run this year. Hell of a
Gabby
run.
definitely had a great year.
Hell of a run.
Oh, you
I would
just
say she's
doing it
number
because
2
she
for
a
me.
sister, man. Stop.
No, I'm saying it
I was
because you got
waiting
to
on
Yeah,
remember.
and that's
Hold on,
partly
one at a
that's
time. One at a
partly
time.
true, Crush. That's partly true for me.
That's not true for me. I only said that, Crush, because she became the light heavyweight champion and the heavyweight champion simultaneously. So that's why I went with that. But go ahead, Brother Free.
Nah, I said Gabrielle. That girl became undisputed. I mean, I understand what y'all saying that Carissa Shields went up there and she won a title at heavyweight. Yeah, she did. I tip my hat off to her. But this girl won undisputed. I'm not putting one belt over top of undisputed. So
I could feel
I
that.
give it to Gabrielle.
I could feel that.
Yeah, Fondora had a hell of a run.
I'm going to go with Pandora because it's hard for me, and it's the same argument in the men's too. It's hard for me to give the award to somebody that only fights once a year. Clarissa Shield only fought once. Fondora fought 3 times. They got 2 knockouts, 2 stoppages, and she got a stoppage to be undisputed too. I mean, I got to give it to Gabrielle Fondora. I cannot give it to Shields. Shields is the GOAT and the best female fighter in boxing, but she's not fighter of the year in my opinion. She only fought 1 time.
That's cool.
Well, I wouldn't say she's not the GOAT at all. That's all lies. Amanda Serrano's the GOAT, but that's for another day. He said Caroline Dubois. She had a good little run. But I'll say this. Like I said, we're only looking for 3 appreciations each show. Doesn't matter the number. You guys can send whatever you guys would like. But like I said, we're looking for just 3 appreciations, help the show grow. But one thing I will say is this: please smash the like button. We got too many people in here not to smash the like button.
One
Smash
time
the
for the
like
one
button,
time,
please.
man. Please.
But one thing I also want to ask you guys this: which fighter do you think had the best overall year as far as career year? Who had a career year this year? That's my question.
Fender Bender, that was a good one. My bad, I was reading comments.
A
I
career
don't
year.
know.
Yeah, who had a career year in your opinion?
Um, I would have me personally. I would have to say Usyk. That man became undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That's something that nobody's done since Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would have to say Usyk had the best career year. I can't think of nothing else.
Salute
Yeah.
to my brother D1 sending in that 2-piece. I appreciate you, man. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody's support. So we're only looking for 2 more appreciations. Salute to my man D1, always showing love. You're a real one. But I ask you guys this because I said that, I would say Bam Rodriguez had a career year because he was the king of Philly for a night. Because Boots had put on such an awful performance that they really should have made Bam Rodriguez the main event. He knocked the brother out cold. That dude was asleep in the ring. He was asleep. I mean, I don't know if they had to try to find his tongue or what, but that brother was in that ring snoring. So I gotta give Bam his credit, man. What heck of a year, man. Heck of a year from Bam. But who was yours, Puerto Rican Tommy?
I had to go. I go with Usyk. It's tough. There's a lot of good fighters had good years. The thing is, a lot of fighters are just not fighting as much as we would like them to fight. They're fighting 1 or 2 times a year, But I'd give it to Usyk. Same reasons as D. Free said. First undisputed heavyweight division since Lennox Lewis, 4 belts. I mean, got it, and then he defended it. And he made a good amount of money doing it too. So
yeah, a good amount of money
year,
to say the least.
Yeah, so I mean, to say the least. So I guess career as far as undisputed belts and money. So I give it to Usyk.
According to reports, that man made over $200 million in 1 year.
That's a career year. If I ever heard one, I think
that man made over $200 million in 1 year.
For sure. So my main, I gotta ask you guys, what was your knockout of the year?
I got Lucas Batti sparking out that H2O kid, that Ashton H2O kid.
That's exactly who I got.
I got
my God, was that a brutal annihilation? And H2O was winning that. H2O was all he had to do was get out of the fight and he would have won it. And that Lucas Batti put him to bed, boy. Oh my goodness.
You sound like BVO now. You sound like BVO. Sound like BVO now.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard to top H2O turning into an ice cube.
That nigga got melted. That nigga was a melted ice cube, dog.
Anytime you can knock somebody out and they fall face forward,
it's over.
That's sick. You don't see that as much. I mean that,
and a lot of people don't get up from that either. Tommy, when you get dropped and hit your face like that, he went down.
I agree as well. Did you have somebody different, Crush? I agree as well. I thought H2O getting slept was because he went to bed. Did you have anything different?
When the Clark 2 and what's the name fight?
Woodley, is it? Was it
no, yeah, Wardley. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was sick too.
I thought his gloves was loaded where he went down. I thought his gloves was loaded because that dude went to bed.
He looked like the guy from the Goonies. He looked like the guy from the Goonies. What's his name?
He said it might be just taking a stroll through my boxing families. If I don't get back, much love, support to the channel. May you all have a great new year. We definitely gonna have a great new year. And I appreciate you coming through, Fender Bender. You my guy, man.
Angel Leo, that was a great knockout too. I see
versus Lopez. Yeah,
that was a great knockout too.
To win a title too. So yeah, that definitely honorary mention.
Yeah, I had to give it to the dude that beat H2O because H2O, like Pride said, was winning that fight. That man won every single round. I think it was only like 30
Yeah.
seconds left in the fight, and he got caught badly. He got caught
Obliterated.
badly. When that man leaned his head in and got caught, that man went face down and went to sleep with his legs crossed. He went to sleep like Manny Pacquiao. He went to sleep like Manny
He said had
Pacquiao.
his legs crossed.
That man's legs was crossed like Manny Pacquiao. I was like, oh my God.
He said. I gotta
All you had to
ask
do
you,
was
got.
find a
I
pillow.
got
You
I
would have
got
been
I don't
sore.
know if I did upset of the year, but one thing I gotta do is duck of the year. I gotta get a duck of the year. I hate to do it. I gotta get duck of the year to Canelo because he did not want no David Benavidez smoke, and I was shocked by that. So I would have to give, unfortunately, to
I
the
got
greatest living
Canelo
fighter,
too.
the greatest
I,
active fighter. I gotta give him duck of the year. Who you
I
got?
would have gave it to Canelo if it wasn't for the fact that Loma sat all the way down at the table and they was literally a signature away from making the fight happen. And then this man said he gotta spend time with his family. The money doesn't move him. And then he came out as of recently and saying the only reason why he pulled out is because he had a back injury. Nigga, you ain't had no damn back injury. Your ass was scared.
I just
No,
got
I gotta give it to Loma.
I could see that, but I just had to. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people disagree with me because we know Canelo doesn't duck, but I felt like this year he really ducked Benavidez. Man, he should have fought that dude.
Yeah, he would
Uh,
have been Duck of the Year if it wasn't for Loma. He would have been Duck of the Year.
my
Loma
man
just beat
Jay
him out.
Gift said he got Shakur Sanchez. I haven't heard that in a long time. Shout out to my man Drew Titan, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's that Drew
Sha-
Titan talk.
yeah, Shakur
Yo,
would have been a close. Shakur would have been a close second if it wasn't for the fact that Canelo just avoided David Benavidez altogether. This man went and fought Jaime and then fought Berlanga. He said, "Man, forget David Benavidez. I'm gonna fight these two guys who I know is not gonna beat me.
Right.
I know these two
But
ain't gonna beat me."
I can't get over that one, Freak. The only thing he missing when he pushed Shakur Sanchez is to call him a monkey or something. You know, my man, you like to call
wow.
people.
Drew Titan is relentless. He's relentless.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
my
don't be
bad.
talking about
I,
Drew,
I
man.
can't.
Don't be talking about Drew.
I,
Yeah,
I can't.
Drew's good. Drew, I rock with Drew. Shout
Yeah,
out Drew.
that's my friend,
that's my
man.
guy, man. But he a
Yeah,
I rock.
goofball.
Drew,
I don't
Drew
believe
is
in
a savage. Sometimes
calling
when
black
you,
people monkeys, man.
especially when
Hold
he
on
play
one
that
second, Prize.
that music, that
Yeah,
throw me on.
I don't agree with calling black people monkeys, man. But that Sanchez that brought back some memories, man. He was the first person calling that dude that.
Yeah,
So
I would have gave it to Shakur. I would have, and like I said, he would have been a close second, but I got Shakur third on the list.
who did you have, Crush?
Loma, then Canelo, then Shakur.
Who did you have, Crush?
Duck of the Year.
Yeah.
I got Loma.
So then I'll ask you guys this. We say who was the robbery of the year? I think we did. What was the event of the
Yeah.
year for you guys?
The event of the year,
Yeah. For me it was Matchroom versus Queensberry.
Matchroom.
Say it again. I
I'm
couldn't
gonna
hear
say
you.
the event of the year. I'm gonna say it was Bud Crawford and Magnumov. Dog, that fight went on for 7 hours. They had a whole concert in the middle of the fight. Dog,
Yeah, that was
in the
crazy.
middle
I'll
of the
never forget
concert,
that.
they had a whole concert.
A good
I mean,
concert too at that. Busta
yeah,
Rhymes
anytime you
ripped
put
the
a
whole
concert,
Busta Rhymes ripped that show up.
that was Eminem.
I mean, sorry, Eminem. That was Eminem. My bad. I'm thinking about the
Yeah,
other one. Sorry, I'm thinking
yeah.
about the other.
Anytime you put a whole concert in the middle of a fight card, I gotta give you event of the year. That joint went on for 7 hours.
Yeah, I think we went to sleep and woke back up and it still was on.
What was that one where they had Busta Rhymes on it? That was
Yeah,
cold.
that was crazy. Busta came
Busta
out.
Rhymes. I don't care what nobody say, man. This ain't box related, but I think Busta Rhymes got the best live show, dog. Him and my man Split Star, they be rocking, bro. They be rocking. But
Yeah.
I think we got all our awards. He said just dropped in, wishing all happy. chilling out with my wife and little princess. Hey, see y'all see you in 2025, GD, man. I appreciate you supporting black people again, man. We got nothing but love for you, man. We appreciate you
I got nothing
supporting
but
black. Let me
love
put his
for you.
face up so I can see him.
Oh, man, you out of touch.
Wow, man.
Salute to my man. I wish I could zoom in on his picture. He looks black, but he don't support brothers, man. So salute. My man Pearl said the fishnet card in Saudi first event in years completely free. I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna ask you guys something. Who is the biggest cancer in boxing? That's what I'm gonna ask you guys.
The biggest what?
Who is the biggest cancer in boxing? Who is somebody who is really destroying boxing in your opinion?
Jake Paul.
Oh my God, not the dude from Cleveland, bro.
No.
Stop. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
the ball from Cleveland, man.
For me, turkey. I would have to say turkey sandwich because taking our fights over to Saudi Arabia is bad for the sport.
Hold on. How you gonna say Turkey is promoter of the year, but then you say he the biggest cancer?
Because he's taking fights overseas.
That's
Free.
crazy.
But how can y'all say the Paul brothers? They from Cleveland. That makes no sense, man.
Them niggas is
Because
wrestlers.
we getting fights with MMA fighters and
Grandpops.
Niggas that's almost in their 60s, and they saying this is a real boxing match.
They don't even
Yeah,
claim
we-
Cleveland anymore. They claim Puerto Rico.
No, do you realize that went on Mike Tyson's record?
Right.
Yeah, that did.
Yeah, that's horrible.
But he spared him though, Free.
No, I don't want to see that.
Right.
That's a cancer. That's killing the sport. If I gotta
That's
watch
cancerous, Free.
that, no, I don't want to see that.
Right.
Yeah, but there's worse.
I
though.
go take my daughter to wrestling if I want to see stuff like
But that was
I'ma-
one of the
I'ma-
most
I'ma
watched
tell you-
events, though.
Yeah, it was.
You can't say it was a
Yeah,
cancer.
it was
It brought people to watch it.
No,
Yeah.
they watched to see what if Mike Tyson was going to knock him out. That's the only reason why they watched it.
I
To see if Mike
understand that,
Tyson
but
was
it's,
going to knock him out.
but
No,
it's bringing
I'ma tell you like that.
attention to
I'll
the
put it this
sport,
way.
bro.
I put it this way:
Yeah.
you keep letting Jake Paul put on his fights, I guarantee you the sport of boxing would die. I guarantee
We gonna keep seeing more salt poppies and them weird niggas doing that. We keep letting this happen.
You know what, D Free, you're right, but let's see it because as of now, no shot. I mean, he had the biggest event this year, or one of the biggest events this year.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with Thomas on that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, cigarettes was one of the biggest sellers in the world, but that doesn't mean it doesn't cause cancer.
Right, that's true. That's a good
Doesn't
point.
mean it
That's
doesn't cause cancer.
That's a good point.
actually a great analogy.
How long you been holding that in your back pocket?
Right. He had that joint all year in the tuck.
Hey, I'm just saying, it came off the top of my head. Y'all talking about cancer. I'm like, hey, you talking about the biggest seller? Well, cigarettes was selling a lot of money. I mean, making a lot of money selling 8 packs of cigarettes, but it doesn't stop them from causing cancer.
This guy, wow. That was you should study for the bar. Good attorney right now. That's great. Oh man, I vote for Canelo, but
yeah, I mean, it's the biggest cancer. I gotta say Jake Paul though. If I gotta go Jake Paul. If I gotta keep watching those events, I'm not watching boxing no more, dog. I'm not watching boxing.
I want to see Jake Paul and Salt Poppy and KSR, whatever his name is. I want to see all them niggas.
You know his name. Stop.
I want to say them. I want to see them go. I don't know his name. KSR, whatever it is. I want to see
Fool,
all
you know
them
his name. Stop.
go away forever. Go wrestle. Go play wrestling. Don't come
we got great
I
news.
want to see somebody knock Salt Poppy ass out.
Let me say this though real quick. We got great news. We put on the biggest events in Cleveland. We hearing that Logan Paul is going to fight, 2-time champion, 2-division champion, legendary Conor McGregor in a fight. So great news for boxing. Appreciate Logan and Jake. Appreciate Logan and Jake for always putting boxing first, man. Appreciate those guys.
I mean, I guess it's great news if you don't want me to watch boxing because I ain't watching it.
We're gonna cover it, Free. What you gonna do? You gonna dip out like you did last time?
Exactly.
No, we not covering no more wrestling, man.
No, we covering it, brother. We cover you. You think we don't cover the dudes from
you
Cleveland?
covering it.
You crazy, man.
I'm gonna make sure I'm at work that day. You covering it. I'm just gonna be sitting here listening to y'all. I'm not watching not one single moment of that fight.
Nope.
I'm covering the Royal Rumble.
I'm not watching one moment of it. He said, "What y'all got against Salt? I don't know. I don't know what they got against Salt Poppy.
I don't
Salt
like
Poppy,
him. He's
KSI,
stupid
them
looking.
guys
What
are
does he
doing
do?
some
He's
great stuff.
stupid looking, and he can't
Who the
fight.
hell is Salt Poppy?
Another wrestler, D-Free.
He
Nobody,
not a
actually.
wrestler, man. He's like a fighter
wrestler.
too, man. He's a fighter too, man.
He ain't shit. Sorry about that.
Now you know. I ain't never seen because I don't even know who the hell that is.
A wrestler.
Well, that being said, let me ask you guys this, man, because we're going into the
He
new
sound
year.
like-
Which fight do you guys want to see more than anything? For me, the fight I want to see more than anything is Jermell Charlo versus Bud Crawford. Which fight do you guys want to see more than anything?
More than anything?
Yes,
More than anything,
for 2025.
me
yes.
whooping your ass.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Chris, but BVO don't come outside, so that's not gonna happen.
I'm joking, bro.
Oh, you said I don't come outside. Get out of here, man.
I'm
You the one I was
joking,
in your
man.
city, you wouldn't come out.
You didn't come out. You fronted.
Hold on. How you call somebody on the phone and say, I'm in your town? You say, meet me at the pier.
My
Don't
man,
tell me what a pier is.
You're a liar. I told you to come to City Island. You didn't come to City Island, and then you gave me some BS excuse.
Oh, you waited too late. I had to get back. I was on the train, fool. I didn't drive there. He want me to catch the train from the Bronx at 11 o'clock at night. You crazy?
Jesus.
I want to see more than anything.
But I definitely want to see that Bud versus Mel fight. I got to get that fight. Because I was hoping Mel would get his rematch with Canelo, but I doubt that'll happen.
Fight do I want to? Oh, I know what fight I want to see more than anything. The one fight that I want to see more than anything, who will get me to shut up between these two guys, and I would never say nothing bad about them ever again. Shakur versus Keyshawn. That's what I want to see.
Oh, that's
more
a
than
great
anything.
fight. That's a great fight.
Yes, free. I'm with you, free. That's mine's too. Yeah, I like
But
to
they'll
see
never
that.
fight. Though. They made it clear. They brothers.
Hey, you just hey, I ain't say they was. That's just a fight that I want to see more than anything. Because I know that they will never fight. I want to see it. I want to see it because I know they don't want to fight each other.
Why do you think they don't want to fight,
I would say
Tommy?
never, because somebody might break down and have a Twitter meltdown, and somebody, might just have one of those meltdowns, and I can see them beefing and fighting. Why not?
But let me ask you guys this: do you guys think AI is bad for boxing? The AI images that we've been getting is bad for boxing?
Horrible.
I would say it's not bad for boxing, but I think people use it in a bad way. I'm not saying the actual AI is not bad.
Are you talking about the judging? What do you mean? Are you talking about the AI judges?
I'm talking about the AI, just the judging, the pictures you get.
Well, if you want to, I don't care about the pictures, but the judging they can't do. They were talking about that on Shout Out to Just Do. And one of the brothers on the panel said, how can the damn AI judge dictate ring generalship? I think YSM said that. And I was like, you know what? I don't even know why they tried that.
No, the AI judging.
Get that out of here.
Mean, the AI judging, no. I don't want AI judging. I don't want no damn robot judging the daggone fight. They don't know who's landing shots and who's not landing shots, who's pushing the action and who's not. I'm not down with the AI judging, but far as like I said, the AI programming is not bad for boxing. It's the way they using it is bad. They're using it for judging. That's bad. If they can use it for promotional publicities, that can be good. But to use it for judging, no, that's bad.
Let me ask you guys this. So you said you think it's bad for judging. Hey, Tommy, what do you think? What do you think they can do to improve judging in boxing? That's my question for you. What can
I
they
mean,
do to improve judging?
I had this conversation a few times this year on the radio.
Mhm.
It's two things. I mean, they should once a month they have these judges go into some type of not retraining or maybe like some type of I don't know evaluation or something where they can go and judge fights randomly like on video. You know what I'm saying? And just randomly and just and some type of camp or something. I mean, where these judges are going and that and knowing what the criteria is and focus on that and make decision. And then the second thing is they need more of these referees that have been refereeing a long time to convert into judges. Refs that have been in the ring, that see the angles and are there in the fights. Those are experienced people. I would like to see more referees be judges. So that's to me the only way. And then also hold some judges accountable for bad decisions, and make them go over and be like, what did you see to make you score the fight that you scored? You know what I'm saying? Like for example, the judge that gave Paro the fight with the Hitchinsons in the Hitchins ring, that was terrible. How did that judge see Hitchins losing 9 rounds? I think he gave Paro 9 or 8 rounds. I want to say 9 rounds. That's disgusting. And I think they need to sit down with that guy and ask him what did he see, and then maybe.
Oh, I want him to sit down with the federal investigate. How you say it? What they call the FBI? I want to see them be investigated by the feds. I want to see RICO charges brought up. I want to see all the stuff that they doing to these rappers and all these. I want to see them do that to them. I want niggas to go to jail. I want to see them go to jail. I want to see judges get locked up for corruption. I want to see heads fly. I want to bring back the start snitching on judging campaign. And I want them all to be investigated by the FBI. They need FBI background checks. And when they mess up, they need to be investigated. They need to have their phones tapped, their wives' phones, and all of that. Like that racist judge lady, they swept that under the rug, didn't they? They swept that under the rug.
No.
She was a racist lady and a judge, and she was tied and married to the WBA or one of them sanctioned body, and they swept it under the rug. She's still judging.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
She's still judging. She needs to be invested. That whole sanctioned body. I want to see people get busted by the feds. That's what I want.
And the sanctioned bodies need to be held accountable.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that none of y'all has said at all. The one thing that they can do to improve these daggone judges, every 2 weeks, these damn judges need to go get their eyes checked. Every goddamn 2 weeks. Before you got to judge a fight, we need to make sure that you can see 20/20 vision. Because if your ass can't see no damn 20/20 vision, you don't need to be judging no damn fight. Because I don't know what the hell they be saying. No, that the judge that gave Kambosos 4 rounds in that first fight with Devin Haney, his ass couldn't see shit. There ain't nowhere in the world you gave Kambosos 4 rounds in that fight against Devin Haney. Your ass was blind as a bat. The judge that gave Canelo Alvarez a draw against Floyd Mayweather, your ass can't see shit neither. Your ass blind as a bat.
Y'all brothers cussing tonight. I like it. Y'all boys bringing that 2025 in. I'm gonna say this though. At around 11:45, I'm a move out the way so y'all can do it, because I like to bring New Year's in on prayer. So your boy BV gonna move out the way at 11:45.
All right, that's good. But yeah, I mean, these judges,
go ahead.
These judges, I think, me personally, and I'm a stand on it, and I still think this should be. I think we need to have some of these former fighters that ain't doing nothing, that's hurting for money. They need to be some judges. Some of these former fighters need to be judges, because I think they can do a better job than some of these goddamn judges we got now.
No, I don't think so, because I think it would help a little bit, but some former fighters, they fight certain styles and they're going to look for that particular style that they fought in, when judging fights. So I don't necessarily want to see that.
I mean, it can't be no worse than what we see from these damn judges.
Absolutely, I agree. But it's going to be tough, because it's like I think Prize was saying, as far as the sanctioned bodies, there needs to be an investigation, because most judges, they're getting treated, they're getting comped, hotels, tickets, and everything by the promoters. So they're already in favor of the promoters for their fighters, for that event anyway.
bogus, bro.
I got it.
most
I got it
recent.
right now. I got it. I got an idea. I got an idea right now. For every big fight, every major fight, they need to fly 3 of us out there. We sit in a room with each one of these judges in separate rooms and stand right over their shoulder and let them watch the fight with no sound and have them judge the goddamn fight.
I've
And
been
that way,
said that.
we,
I've been
we
said
keep
that.
we'll keep we'll keep an eye on what the fuck they got going on, making sure ain't no funny business going on. They
I've
fly
been
us out
said
to each
that.
one of these daggone fights.
I want to see him I want to see people be investigated and brought up on charges of corruption, bro. That's what I want. I want referees like Jack Reese. I want him investigated. I want
He's a judge now.
oh my God.
I think they
Don't
just
say
made him a
that.
judge.
Don't say that.
That's what I'm saying. Former referees are now judges. I think
I don't
they made
mind.
him a judge.
To be honest, that's not a bad idea. What you said, like to have some judges, have some referee, because they know the angles they've been in there. Like I think Steve Willis would make a great judge. The Popeye
Buckeye
referee,
Steve Willis.
the Popeye, what's his name? Is that his name? Steve Willis
See,
with the
see
bug eyes,
what
making him put him in as a judge.
I mean, the way he looked, the way he went at every punch, I don't think he'd be a good judge, man.
Yeah, maybe he's not a judge, but I think he's retiring from refereeing. But there was a referee, a
no,
notable referee that just became a judge. I don't know if it's him, but Reese is not going to be refereeing anymore. But I thought it was him that became a judge, so I could be wrong.
I think
But he's definitely retiring.
I think he is a judge because I think I remember hearing him at one of the fights as a judge. I think he is a judge.
I'm getting sick of
I
y'all.
think he
Y'all
is.
need to sit down somewhere.
Um,
I don't want to watch that shit all.
oh, this man cussing like crazy. I don't know what's going on with Prize. He must be over there freebasing or something. I don't know.
Man, get out of here.
Talking to his daughters.
Man, being bad as shit right now.
Hey man, stop cussing, bro. You go too
It's
crazy.
making me go crazy right now, bro.
But
Phone dying, all kind of stuff. Where my charger at?
but I'll ask you guys this. Speaking of the sport of boxing, you know, I want to kind of ask you guys something. This is a little bit different. What do you guys think about what you're seeing where across the board, every sport except the NFL is losing ratings? I think boxing ratings have been down about 21%. NBA ratings have been down about 58%. Why do you think everybody's ratings is going down except American football?
Because basketball, they
Because
shoot too many damn 3-pointers. I'm sick of these young
everybody
boys.
watching Jaden Daniels on Sundays. That's why. That's why everybody getting ready to watch Jaden Daniels. Everybody want to see. They want to see the phenom.
I'm sick
Bro.
of these young boys in the NBA. Like I just saw a stat the other day, and I think it was Golden State and somebody else. They shot 70 something threes, bro. 70. Come on, dog. And then they made another good point. I think it was Gilbert Arenas. Somebody said that basketball, you know, how, like they be from the hood. You go to the hood to find the best players in the Bronx, LA. Nah, it's the rich kids now. Everybody. It's basketball becomes so expensive, the hood kids can't afford to play. So now you get all these painted fingernail, dangly earrings, stupid dressing niggas running around, stacking up 55 threes a game. And I'm glad that the ratings are down. Basketball is my favorite sport. I'm glad that it's happening because I want these suburb kids, I want the hood kids to get back and make it tough and rugged again. These suburb kids, they come in there with their hair, dangle ball earrings, paint nails, stupid ass clothes and shoes, and they shooting a bunch of 3-pointers and they can't, and everybody's shooting 25%. Nobody wants to see a team score 140 points because everybody's shooting threes. It's terrible. Shame on the NBA. Adam Silver, did he mess up the All-Star game? They got a big problem on their hand. NBA is in bad shape right now. Wait till LeBron leaves. Everybody hate LeBron. Wait till he leaves. Just wait.
Yeah,
I mean,
he look like he ready to go stop now.
it's all about scoring points. I mean, it was the same thing that they was doing in the NFL earlier in the couple of years ago when they was changing how defenders can defend and all that stuff. So now the NFL, I mean the NBA, they want to score more points. I mean, I think I saw it the other day. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. it was I forgot who was playing, but the score ended up being like 149 to like 168. I was like, man, these niggas scored 300 some odd points.
Because they
I
shoot
was like, dog,
75 3-pointers, free. That's why. That's what
I
this
was like,
game I'm
dog,
talking. That's the game I'm talking about.
I was like, dog, why the hell? I mean, I remember back in the day, if you score 100 points, 9 times out of 10, you won the game
Yeah.
because guys wasn't scoring 100 points like that.
Now they
So
scoring
I mean,
130 like nothing.
yeah, it's dog. If you score under 100 points, they asking you. They saying you had a bad offensive game if you scored under 100 points.
It's disgusting. I'm glad that football is holding it down. It always been the number one sport in North America. It always will be because of the NBA. They don't know what they're doing. Adam Silver's running out of ideas, and it's just a matter of time before they be calling for his job. And they need to figure out how to get these softies. It's too soft. Everybody complaining to the referees. It's just bad. It's just a bad product, bro. Their product is just trash right now, dog. What can I say? It's trash, big trash.
Let me ask you this, Thomas. Why do you think baseball's ratings have kind of gotten better? What do you think they're doing different in baseball?
I don't know. I don't. They're hitting more home runs. I'll tell you that much. So I mean, and it doesn't seem that the roids is doing anything like it was in the past, where home runs started going up, where you had the home run races and stuff like that, and then we found out that a lot of these guys was on the juice. But now the game has changed a lot more. It's more offensive. They put the DH in the National League now. They got these rules where it's helping offense. You can steal bases now. They're trying to speed up the game, and when they put these rules in, it's giving athletic players the opportunity to steal more bases, to score more runs. So I think that's why maybe ratings have gone up. I think the ratings gone up because of more runs are being scored, as far as home runs. I'm not sure it's runs overall as far as the pitching, because pitching has been good too, but a lot more home runs. The games have been quicker. You're not getting 4-hour games. You're getting maybe 2.5-hour games. And then you got more playoff teams now. So it's
Let me
more
ask you
exciting.
this though. You don't think the fact that you have the most strikeouts in the history of the game the last 3 years you think that's good? I feel like the hitters are worse. I mean, these guys strike out more than than ever. I've
Because the
never seen
game's
so many
changed.
strikeouts in my life.
A lot of these superstar athletes are trying to hit more home runs. They're not playing. They're not playing small ball. They're not trying to hit doubles and triples or singles. They're trying to hit home runs, and that's why you got more strikeouts. So that's why it's a little bit more exciting. I'm not a fan of that personally. I like small ball. I like hit and run. I like stealing bases.
Me too.
I like guys hitting for doubles and stuff. But everybody's hitting home runs. And in all these ballparks, a lot of these ballparks are small. And you see a lot more home runs. Yankee Stadium, obviously short porch in right field. It's just that's just the way the game is now. And I think strikeouts are good for the game too. You got a lot more power pitchers in the game now. Better athletes, bigger and stronger. Throwing much harder. Look at this kid Skeens. Came from the college baseball World Series. The very next year, Rookie of the Year, almost won the Cy Young. The very next year, right out of college, just throwing 100 miles per hour. So
baseball for me, baseball is always funner in person. On TV, they lose me. They lose me. They lose me. But I go to my Phillies now. I'm going to watch my Phillies.
Yeah. Got all these young athletes on Computerol and Oxygen. It's crazy out here. Y'all gonna have a whole lot of Canelos and Ryan Garcias in baseball.
Well, there's much more testing now, and the rules are much more strict, much more strict than it was before. So, if you're getting like 30 games or 60 games off the bat, then a year, and then for life. So that's the third strike. I think it's 60 games, and that's the first strike. Yeah,
and that's another thing too. Football extended their season, so now it's 18 weeks instead of it being 17 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little much.
They cut down on the preseason games. There's only 3 preseason games, so they get into the action a week earlier.
Yeah, I don't like too much games. added to football though, because football is brutal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but the
I
NFL is
mean,
greedy for money. It's a
Yeah,
they're trying to make
yeah,
as much money as possible.
yeah. They
I
are.
mean,
You right.
it's given us. Check this out. When this is the first time ever where you're gonna have two 14-win teams play each other, and
Yeah, it's
then you're
crazy.
gonna have a 14-win team not win the division. That's sick.
That's crazy.
That's sick.
Well,
yeah.
NFL, like I said, they got a hell of a stars. You got young Jaden Daniels down there in Washington. You got I like Jalen Hurts. I don't care what nobody say. I like Joe Burrow. I think he's just on the wrong team, but Jamar Chase, you got some fantastic athletes in the NFL. It's NFL is just getting better and better every year to me. And you don't
So
gotta
do
worry
y'all
about them.
realize? Do y'all
Go ahead, Free.
realize Jaden Daniel? Do y'all realize Jaden Daniel is the #1 fan voted quarterback to make it to the Pro Bowl? He got the most votes from
Well,
out
he's
of
been
all
exciting, B
quarterbacks.
Free. I mean,
No, I'm just saying.
he
I'm
lived
just
up
saying.
to
I'm just saying.
expectations this year.
You got Lamar Jackson and you got Josh Allen fighting for MVP, but both of them are behind Jaden Daniels for Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
He's
Jaden
number
Daniels got a
one.
lot of
No,
fans.
no, but what I'm saying is he's #1. Joe Burrow's #2. No, Joe Burrow's #2, and Jared Goff is #3 as the 1, 2, 3 quarterbacks voted for the Pro Bowl this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's a
rock
And
with
popularity
Jaden
man,
Daniels.
contest, though.
Jaden Daniels got it. He got it popping, bro.
No,
He's that
and
dude.
nothing to take away from all those guys because they've had phenomenal years, especially Jaden Daniels.
Hmm.
Jaden Daniels should be an MVP candidate. I don't think he wins.
Absolutely.
I think he's top 5. I don't think he
Top
wins.
five, Tommy.
Yeah, because I think Allen and Lamar and Barkley are definitely 1, 2,
Yeah,
and 3.
yeah, for
But
sure.
it's a popularity vote, and
Yeah,
I think Jaden Daniels has had a phenomenal year. But I think Joe Burrow has been the best quarterback in football. But just
I
been on
think
the best
Joe
team.
Burrow been the best quarterback in football for. I'll say maybe Lamar.
I
No, I'll say Lamar, but
I think he's
I give him
second.
top 3 though for
Yeah.
sure.
This
He
year,
he he
Joe
top.
Burrow's been the best quarterback.
Nah, you
It's
looking at passing yardage and touchdowns. But when you
nah.
take in everything, I'm gonna tell you, I looked at his stats just yesterday. I just looked at his stats yesterday. If you look at the passing yards and touchdown, you would say Joe Burrow's having a great year over Lamar Jackson. But you got to take in consideration that Lamar Jackson also has legs. So he
Hmm.
might not have the passing yardage that Joe Burrow's got, but he has the rushing yards that Joe Burrow doesn't have. So like
Yeah,
Joe Burrow's got 4,900 passing yards and some change. I think it's like 4931 or something like that.
46,
Lamar, 42. Daggone Lamar Jackson got 39 passing yards, but he got like 700 rushing yards.
yeah. And
He got like 700 rushing.
how many total touchdowns does he have?
Joe Burrow's got 42, and Lamar Jackson got 39.
So what's
And no,
his?
that's just
Let me go
passing.
through real quick.
That's passing
Let me
touchdown.
try to get it accurate. So Lamar's has the highest QB rating at 121.6. He's got 39 touchdowns, 4 intos, and 4 rushing touchdowns, rushed for 852 yards, and he's got almost 4,000 yards passing.
So wait, Tommy.
Burrow,
So he has 39 touchdown passes.
yes,
He got
and
39
4 rushing
touchdown
touchdowns.
passes.
Hold on. Who got 39 touchdown passes?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
Really? No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
4 rushing. So that's 43 touchdowns. Burrow has 41 passing yards. He's 3rd in quarterback rating behind Lamar, and I don't know who's number 2 at 109.8. He's got 42 touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. So they're about similar at overall touchdowns. The difference is Lamar has a better quarterback rating and threw
And
way
the rushing
less
yards.
and he has the more rushing yards. Burrow has 202, and he's threw less into. So Lamar actually is having a better year if you look at the stats overall.
But I was
Well,
just
hey,
talking about. I'm not saying I'm not going by statistics. I was just going like more X's and O's. Joe Burrow is
and not to mention Lamar Jackson only threw 4 interceptions. Joe
Yeah,
Burrow
Yeah,
threw
that's
that's
what I
50.
said.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I ain't know Lamar
He's
has
got way less pick.
39 passing touchdowns. Who the hell's he throwing 39 passing touchdowns to?
Yeah,
Oh, he got
That's
some
my
receivers
thing.
over there. He got
Man,
some
he don't
receivers.
got no
He got
damn
some receivers.
receivers. He don't got no receiver. I
Uh,
see drops all the time.
he's got decent receivers and he's
He
got
got
2 good tight ends.
he don't got a superstar over there.
No, he don't. I
he ain't
mean,
got no
yeah,
superstar. He ain't got no superstar, but
Just about
he
every
got some
franchise
receivers.
have a superstar receiver except for him. Man. That's just funny to me. But hey,
That furthers let me know that Lamar's having a better season
yeah,
than Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow got 2 studs over there. Joe
yeah,
Burrow got 2 studs, and you
that's
just said
true.
Lamar Jackson ain't got nobody.
yeah.
So
I don't know
that
what it is,
further lets me know
man.
that Lamar's
Cincinnati just
having a
can't.
better season.
They can't close, man. They do everything right but close.
The
It's not that.
defense is
It's
They're
their
atrocious out
defense
there.
is horrible.
It's
Their
terrible,
defense is
man.
horrible. The year that they went to the Super Bowl, their defense was horrible. They
Trash.
don't have a defensive squad. They don't
yeah.
have
It's
a defensive squad. They
bad,
have a
man.
couple of players here and there on their defense, but the overall defense is horrible.
Yeah, Killer Mike.
Look how many games.
You're right about that.
Look how many games that their defense gave over 30 points. Look how many games. I think they got somewhere around like 70% of their games they gave over 30 points a game.
Flowers is
They
cool
gave
though,
over
Killer Mike. He
30
just
points.
cool. I ain't saying he's shitty or trash. I'm just saying he's cool, bro. He alright. You don't know he gonna drop them up or not. He might drop that hoe. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah,
like
but you
you see that play when
Flowers.
Jamar
You got
Chase when Joe Burrow hiked the ball, right? The ball was snapped. And the ball came out of Joe Burrow's hand so fast, and before Jamar Chase could turn, he knew that was. I was like, damn, boy, Joe Burrow put that hole right on the button, man. I don't know, it's something about Joe Burrow. I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased with Joe Burrow, but Lamar, I like Lamar better, but Joe Burrow for some reason is my second favorite quarterback.
Yeah.
I think
Lamar has a
what
great running back, but I think they
Yeah,
complement each other a little
yeah.
bit,
Like
but
I'm
Saquon
about
and
to say
Jalen.
but Ray
I'm
Flock,
about
I
to say
mean,
it's
you got
a compliment because um Derrick Henry was healthy last year. He ain't had no 1,700 yards rushing. He was healthy last year.
yeah.
It was.
He ain't had 1,700 yards
They
rushing.
had to figure
I
out. They
mean,
had to
he
figure out
had
some
over.
coaching things, though. That's what that was. They had to figure out how
As you're
to
saying, that's why he
use
comes to
them.
the Ravens and they kind of like they complement each other
Yeah.
a little bit because Henry didn't do that last year, so they both
Mhm.
kind of help each other. But the Ravens, they got decent receivers. They may not have a superstar because I think Isaiah Likely is really good at tight end. They already got
Yeah.
Andrews.
Like
Bateman.
I about to say I like Andrews.
Bateman was supposed to be really good. He's had a decent year too.
He's had some drops, man.
Yeah, that's
But
Them boys be dropping them Jones out there. Every time I
I
turn
think
around when Lamar do something spectacular and they hit him right in the shoulder and they can't, I mean, right in the chest and they can't do nothing with it.
Joe Burrow is more of a product of having good receivers. Joe
How the
Burrow
hell
has
does the
never
Jets
played.
go get Devontae Adams? And why didn't the Ravens bust that move? Like, that's what I don't know. My bad for you.
Because ain't nobody paying Devontae Adams salary, and Devontae Adams has that diva mentality. Ain't nobody dealing with
He
that.
just wants
The
to
only people who's
win,
willing
though,
to deal with
bro.
that. No, he has a diva
Yeah, he
mentality.
does.
The only person that's dealing with that is a team who's losing and they need to win right now, or the coach is fired. That's the only team that's dealing with that. Ain't nobody that's used to winning dealing with no type of
Well, we got a diva
attitude.
out here. We got a diva in AJ Brown. One minute he like us, he with us, and 1 minute he deleting Twitter. I don't know.
And I
He
can tell you
scares
right now.
me. We need AJ Brown.
I can tell you right now. Don't be surprised if AJ Brown be on a trade market next
Right.
year if he keep doing what he's doing.
Free.
Don't be
Hey, D
surprised.
free. I won't be free because I know I'm like I didn't. I'm watching my team. That's my team. I watch my team like you watch your team, and that's why I said I'm afraid. I'm starting to see that TO thing, repeat again.
Yep.
That was like brutal for me at the time. I was
And that
the city
GM
was
ain't
on
got no
fire.
That GM ain't got no problem trading away a good
No,
receiver if you have a diva attitude. Look at Deshaun Jackson. Look at
Hassan.
T.O. They ain't
No,
got
but that was Chip Kelly that came in here messing up that Deshaun and Shady stuff.
I mean, it was Chris Kelly. It was Chris Kelly too. I mean, it was Chip Kelly too, but it was also Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson has that type of attitude that he's the star and he want to be treated like the star. If you was a little more humble, I ain't saying you got to be too
Chip Kelly
much.
messed that
You
up,
ain't got to
bro.
be too humble. Yeah, but I think Chip Kelly did mess it up because
Philadelphia
he traded
loved.
away.
We love D-Jax out
He
here,
traded
and
away. He traded away both of y'all stars. He traded away
Shady
McCoy and
and
he traded
D-Jax.
away McCoy and he traded away and DJ. So
Then
yeah,
he
he
then he
traded away
turned
both of
around.
them. I
Then he
think
turned around and got he got DeMarco Murray, right? And then he tried to run a read option, in that formation. I'm like, bro, you had Shady. That's what Shady do. DeMarco need to be 10 yards in the backfield so he can come downhill. You want him to, and I just hated.
yeah,
I didn't want that guy here, and it was just a gimmick. And he set us back, but we won a Super Bowl.
but I think Joe Burrows is a product of having good receivers because he's never played college nor the pros without having good receivers. When he was in LSU, who was his receivers? There go
Jamar,
Justin Jefferson
Justin,
and Jamar Chase.
yeah. But I'm gonna
He
say
had
this
he
though,
had good receivers.
I ain't gonna say he's a product of a good receiver because some of them passes he make, bro, you gotta be them. You gotta have talent to do that, and some of them passes is raw talent. But yes, he has had them do them. Justin Jefferson and like, bro, come on,
I mean, yeah, he's never had bad receivers. He's
yeah,
always
never.
had good receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Facts.
had bad receivers. So I don't know what type of quarterback he really is because he's always had good receivers. Like you could tell that Tom Brady is the GOAT because he's only played with good receivers. What he only played with one Hall of Fame receiver. Only one of his receivers was ever a Hall of Famer, and the
Mm-hmm.
rest of them was mediocre receivers. They go
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else, they pretty much non and void.
Yep. Yep.
So he never played with real good receivers until he got to Tampa. Once he got to Tampa, then he had some
Yeah.
good receivers. He had Michael Evans
Michael
and
Evans.
I forgot the other guy he had with Mike Evans,
What was that? What was
but
that
he
tight
had
end
good
name?
receivers. Grant. He had Grant, but Grant was somebody that
Nah,
they
not.
drafted.
I'm
That
talking.
wasn't.
I'm talking about when he got to Tampa.
He had Grant.
Oh,
Gronk
right.
came to
Damn.
Tampa
That's
with him.
right. That's right. That's crazy.
Because Gronk had retired
Can't believe.
when Tampa
He called him out
when
of
Tom went to
retirement. Yeah.
Tampa. Yeah, he called him out of retirement. He
I
was,
can't believe
but
Tom Brady
yeah,
actually went down there and won a damn Super Bowl with Tampa. That was impressive, man. It's hard not to say. I was not.
man, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I mean,
It's
it
a
ain't nothing to
Tampa-based
say about it.
defense.
He's the
That's
best
what.
quarterback.
Yeah.
The
Tampa D
Tampa Bay
was nice.
defense is what carried them. There's no
Yeah.
way. There's no way they beat the Packers if it wasn't for the defense. Brady threw 3 picks in that game. He was terrible.
Yeah, I about to
And the
say Tim
Packers,
Brady wasn't
yeah,
that good in there.
yeah, and the Packers should have won that game.
I mean, yeah, you got it. You got to have a defense that, and that's what they always say. Defense wins championships. Offense win games, but defense win championships. So you got to have a defense, and if you want to win a championship, that's the reason why the Bengals didn't win. They didn't have no defense.
Zero
Yeah.
They're going.
defense.
Kansas City defense was just a little bit better. Kansas City ain't really known for their defense like that neither, but it was better than Cincinnati's defense.
I really wanted
And
Cincinnati to
even
win that Super Bowl, but they're the Bengals.
I didn't.
They're from
I want
Ohio.
them to keep living.
Ohio's
I
football
want them
team's
to keep.
got loser mentalities. They just losers out there. And nothing BVO and them, that whole city just, as far as football,
I
they
mean,
just
they got
losers.
they got a championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I said
They got a
football.
championship with them.
I said they're football.
I know. I mean, I know. I mean, but they got a championship with the
Hey,
Cleveland Cavaliers.
LeBron had to
They
spin
can
the
live that.
block and come and do that for them.
Yeah, he did.
LeBron spun
But
the block.
I don't know. Like some of these quarterbacks, they're good quarterbacks, but really, how good are they?
The
Like
trash, a lot of them.
it's almost like it's almost like your wide receiver. Your wide receiver got a good quarterback, but how good is he when that quarterback is not there? That's the reason why I like Terry so much because Terry was getting 1,000 yards, even though he had 13 different quarterbacks in 5 years.
Who you say?
Let me repeat. Let me repeat what I just said. Terry
Terry.
McLaurin had got a
Oh,
thousand.
yeah.
Terry McLaurin got it. He got 1,000 yards. This man had 13 different quarterbacks
Yeah.
in 5 years.
When he got that big contract, boy, people wasn't happy about that. I'm like, well, the man can play. I don't know if he's worth all that money, but he's definitely working out.
Who?
You talking about the bull from Washington, right?
I'm talking about Terry McLaurin from
Oh,
Ohio, our wide receiver.
The boy that
Yeah,
played for the Washington, right?
yeah.
Y'all
Hey,
Terry
but
got
McLaurin wasn't
yeah.
nobody. We was ecstatic that Terry got an extension. We wanted him
No,
to get
I'm
an
saying
extension. He was
I'm
the
sure y'all
one
did. I'm
person.
talking about the people was thinking like on ESPN was saying, well, yeah, he's overpaid and da da da. And I was like, well, the guy's a hell of a ball player to me. I mean, he deserves every dime he get,
No,
and
I
now he
don't listen
proved
to
it.
them niggas. Them
I
niggas
know.
from ESPN don't know what the hell they talking about.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
listen to them niggas. That's why I talk about football because they
Yeah,
don't know what the hell they talking
they
about.
just make up. They it's a script. They're told what to say. We got to talk about Kansas City every time you turn around.
I'm like, no, this man played with 13 different quarterbacks and he still managed to get 1,000 yards every season.
They don't
That
want to talk
tells you
about
that
that
he's
kind
a
of
good
stuff.
ass receiver.
Yeah,
That
hands
tells
down.
you he's a good receiver. No matter who the quarterback is, he's going to get his catches. He's
Hmm.
going to catch the ball and he's going to get yardage. It don't matter who the quarterback is. You give him a hellified quarterback, you'll see what he does. Now he's number 2 in touchdowns and receiving touchdowns. He's right behind Jamal
Listen,
Chase. That's what happens
guys,
when you get a quarterback.
I gotta head out for
yeah,
a
me
little
too,
bit.
bro. I'm gonna head out for a bit too.
Is BBO
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
is
about to
BBO
go.
gonna come back on? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. T.
Damn, because
I
I
would
don't know.
get back on, but I want to hang out with my fam while the ball
Yeah,
dropping and stuff
that's what
real
I'm gonna
quick.
do. Yeah, because whatchamacallit? Because I have control, but so does BVO. But I don't want to leave, and then then the show keeps running and nobody's on. You feel me?
Right.
So
I
Yeah,
know. I
yeah.
mean, I'm gonna still be on here, but I'm about to go in here with my wife.
yeah, um,
I mean,
yeah,
I guess I'll drop out and re-hit the. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
I still be up here. I'll still be up here. So when BBO come back,
And you could bring people back up.
now
If
I can
we,
hit I can hit BBO up
I
to
mean,
bring people back up.
all right, yeah. We can just text BVO behind the scenes. That's all.
yeah. I could
All right,
too,
fair
but
enough.
I'll guess I'll let it run. I'm gonna leave it on mute and let it keep running, and then I'll check back like 12:05 or something. And if you guys are on, I'll put you back up,
All right,
Okay.
bet.
and we'll
Yeah.
text BBO and see what he does. So,
All right, fair enough.
all right, cool guys.
Peace. Happy New Year's.
All
Happy
right.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking, defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.